them. Hope still high for recovery of the rest. Plus 6 police officers with the Rivers State Police Command dismissed. This is NTA News Panorama. I am Ogwa Vivian Ngedibia. 6 police officers in the Rivers State Command have been dismissed for abuse of firearms and disobeying Inspector General directives not to carry arms at polling units. Force Public Relations Officer DCP Don Awuna, while parading the police officers, including 1 inspector of police and 5 sergeants, said the officers had been tried and found guilty.
In the case of recent parliamentary election in Rivers State, the IDP's resolve to secure the process was reciprocated with the unethical conduct of some bad eggs within the force. These are formation police officers were in the convoy of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Barrister Nyesom Wike, on the date of election, 10 December 2016, misused their firearms. The service personnel became overzealous, took laws into their hands, and opened fire, causing panic in the crowd. They joined in storming the Port Harcourt City Secretariat and prevented the movement of election result of Emoha polling unit to the appropriate collation center designated by INEC in flagrant disregard and disobedience to the senior police officers present at the venue.
Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police has elevated 2 officers from Borno State Police Command in a special promotion for exhibiting bravery and distinguishing themselves in the counter-insurgency war. The officers ACP Olugbenga Abimbola and CSP Ibrahim Mohammed were decorated with their new ranks by Borno State Commissioner of Police Damian Chukwu. Maimuna Garba reports.
The special promotion of officers and men of the Nigerian police was initiated to boost the morale of policemen, to ginger them work hard, especially now that the country is confronted with security challenges, especially the Boko Haram insurgency. Commissioner of Police Borno State, Damian Chukwu, while decorating the newly promoted officers, charged them to continue with the good work, noting their extraordinary contributions, especially in their various places of work, which led to the elevation, adding that the special promotion is going to be a continuous exercise. The officers promoted, ACP Abimbola, is presently in charge of operations and contingent commander of the Borno State Command of Operation Lafia Dole, while SP Mohammed Ibrahim, now promoted to the rank of CSP, is the commander of Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, a position he has been occupying since 2010. Some dignitaries who witnessed the event described the promotion as well-deserved. In Maiduguri, Maimuna Garba, NTA News.
And troops of Operation Lafia Dole has discovered one of the abducted Chibok school girls, Rekia Abubakar, with her 6-month-old baby. A statement by the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Sani Kukasheka Usman, said the girl was discovered during investigation of arrested suspected Boko Haram terrorists, adding that she is the daughter of Abubakar Gali Mulima and Habiba Abubakar of Chibok. On interrogation, she said she was a student of senior secondary school class 3B before her abduction along with her colleagues on 14th April 2014 by the Boko Haram terrorists. The statement added that Rekia Abubakar is presently undergoing further medical investigation and would soon be released to the Borno State government. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has welcomed the recovery of Rekia Abubakar in Alagamo area of Damboa local government of Borno State. A statement by the special advisor to the president, Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the president is optimistic that other captured girls will one day be united with their families. President Buhari commends the military for the diligent investigation which led to the recovery of Rekia. In another development, the president has directed that decisive measures be taken to end the recurring acts of violence and destruction in southern Kaduna. Another statement by presidential spokesman Femi Adesina says it is on the directive of the president that the Inspector General of Police was in the region with the accompanying setup of a squadron of mobile police in the area. According to Femi Adesina, the Nigerian Army is also in the process of setting up 2 battalions in southern Kaduna while the military continue to carry out air surveillance across flashpoints in the area. The president, the statement adds, has equally directed NEMA and its Kaduna counterpart SEMA to assess the situation and determine level of response required for urgent aid to victims. Well, moving on now, as the federal government plans the construction of a second runway for Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, which is to be concessioned after concluding arrangements, the current runway, due to its deteriorating condition, is to be refrained from the 8th of March to the 19th of April to avoid disaster, while Kaduna International Airport is to serve as alternative. Minister of State for Aviation Hadi Sirika disclosed this during a stakeholders meeting on the closure of Abuja Airport. Emmanuel Ayimiro reports.
The design of the Abuja runway was meant to last for only 20 years since it was built in 1982, but has now lasted 34 years, leaving bad portions on the runway after various attempts at surface repairs in the past. The choice of Kaduna International Airport as alternative by the federal government is to allow for a permanent repair works on the Abuja runway. Minister of State for Aviation Hadi Sirika confirmed to aviation stakeholders that Kaduna Airport has the capacity to handle 500 passengers per time and will be upgraded for efficient international air services.
Have a facility that can take the expected and anticipated passenger.
During the interactive session, airline operators as well as representatives of foreign embassies were concerned about security and the viability of Kaduna Airport.
We're interested in how passengers who choose to travel independently rather than on the government-provided transport, how those passengers will be treated on that road. Will they be subject to increased security checks and will that route therefore take longer?
We'll be moving on this Kaduna-Abuja road daily. Then we are saddled also with the moral responsibility to give him maximum comfort, build up his confidence.
Sirika assured them that a day after the deadline for the repairs of Abuja runway, aviation activities will continue from Abuja Airport. Other assurances given include an upgrade of aviation services at Kaduna Airport, with working hours to be extended from 18 hours to 24 hours, buses, trains and helicopter services to be provided, as well as security. In Abuja, Emmanuel Ayimiro, NTA News.
The federal government has commenced distribution of heavy-duty farming equipment to further boost rice and wheat production. The objective of the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Aldo Ogbe, says is for the country to produce quality rice for local consumption and export. Musa Baba Aliu has details.
This is what an average Nigerian farmers go through to produce food. From the land clearing to planting and harvesting, all these are done manually, oftentimes through what can be described as cruel methods of farming. One of the most seemingly disturbing aspects of this is the amount of produce lost in the process, with an attendant effect on food security. Statistics from the Food and Agriculture Organization put post-harvest losses in Nigeria as high as 40%, running into billions of naira. To address this, therefore, as well as to meet the goal of self-sufficiency in rice and wheat, the federal government procured these heavy-duty machines that will be distributed to rice and wheat farmers through various state governments. Williams Onyilo says the machines have the capacity to harvest a minimum of 4 hectares of rice and wheat in a day.
With this kind of equipment coming on board, it's going to aid in our harvesting, and it's going to even make agriculture attractive. You harvest your rice without stress.
Each of the machines cost the government over 1.6 million naira and will be given to states at 40% discount.
And then we train groups of young people. Each reaper, and thresher will have 8 people operating, right? So in one day, these boys can harvest about 4 hectares, right? And they are paid.
The use of these kinds of threshers and harvesters, the Minister of Agriculture believes that it will reduce the cost of production to at least 80%. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Well, moving on towards catering for the needs of the less privileged in the society, the Distribution Committee of the Future Assured program of the President's wife has reached out to women who have started returning to their towns and villages in Mongonu and Gazai local government areas of Borno State. Amina Fida Amadu reports.
Some communities have started returning to their settlements and villages, where about 1,200 women benefited from the gesture by Aisha Muhammadu Buhari. Vice Chairperson of the subcommittee in Borno State, who is also Borno State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Fanta Babashehu, said the gesture is not political but rather an effort to put a smile on faces of women and children who have returned to their homes after being displaced for years of the insurgency. Senator representing Northern Borno, Abubakar Kyari, commended the efforts of Aisha Muhammadu Buhari for reaching out to those in need at the grassroots. Chairman of both local governments, Lima Alhaji Kalla and Malam Ganabadu, as well as Chairperson NCWS Borno State Gana Alkali, all applauded the benevolence by Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, saying the items will no doubt assist the people in no small measure. In Maiduguri, Amina Fidi Amadu, NTA News.
You're watching NTA News Panorama. Let's take some messages now. The news returns shortly.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child, it doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Thank you for staying tuned. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, has disclosed that 61 cases of electoral offences have been successfully prosecuted since the 2015 general elections, making it the highest number of successful prosecutions that the Commission has ever achieved. The INEC chairman made the disclosure when the theme of Special Investigative Panel on the December 10 Rivers State Legislative Rerun elections set up by the Inspector General of Police visited the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. He said the commission has cooperated with security agencies in the past, especially the police, in prosecuting electoral offenders. He also disclosed that since the 2015 general elections and the rerun elections in 2016, 120 case files have been received from the police for prosecution. He expressed the Commission's resolve to investigate and sanction erring staff through administrative reviews, where any staff found culpable will be dealt with. He pledged the Commission's readiness to cooperate fully with the investigation panel to ensure that perpetrators of the violence and killings in the River rerun elections were brought to book. The INEC chairman commiserated with the security agencies for the loss of lives recorded, particularly the death of DSP Mohammed Alkali and his orderly who were killed during the Rivers rerun elections. The delegation was led by the head of the investigative panel, Deputy Commissioner of Police Daniel Okoro. And now to health matters. The new report of a suspected case of polio in Cross River State has been dismissed by the Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, and officials of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agencies, who say the features found with the child are not consistent with poliomyelitis. The 2-year-old is said to have a deformity of twisted right foot, which was observed at birth. Health correspondent Rabi Abdallah has the report.
The federal government's finding was as a result of the deployment of a technical team and development partner representatives to Udupani local government area of Cross River State, where the child was evaluated.
There was no paralysis, no history of fever, and no kind of weakness at all in terms of the affected right limb of this child. So we confirm very clearly, for the benefit of our viewers, for the benefit of the society in general, that as of today, there is no case of polio paralysis or a child paralyzed by polio disease in Cross River State.
The Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, reacted to the report as a guest on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria.
Polio does not affect the bone. It affects the muscle and the nervous system. So you have wasting of the muscles, but the foot is not deformed. In that particular child, the foot is big. Look at the leg, plumpy, but then twisted. That's the club foot. That child will benefit from MRI.
Individuals and families are advised to support government's efforts on polio by ensuring that children are presented for polio vaccination, as well as report any case of a child with fever and sudden weakness or paralysis of limbs. In Abuja, Rabi Abdallah, NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps in Ebonyi State has warned motorists against overspeeding and driving under the influence of alcohol. The warning became imperative due to high incidences of crashes recorded this period. Nneka Okwo reports.
Road mishaps can occur at any time of the year or season. Ebonyi State Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, blamed the situation on human behavior. He noted that the Corps has embarked on public enlightenment, special patrol and advisory enforcement of speed limiter.
We have been mandated to enforce the use of speed limiter. And that is why you see we have been going about on advisory enforcement, advising the public of what they are expected to do before 1st of February 2017.
The Ebonyi State Chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers decried how some passengers encourage drivers to overspeed because they want to arrive their destination on time.
My advice for them is to limit their speed. We have equally told them to stop traveling in the night.
The best driver is when you drive your own, you drive another person.
The general public are advised to be safety conscious during this period. In Abakaliki, Nneka Okwo, NTA News.
And to Bauchi State now, where Nigeria Labour Congress has associated itself with the government of Bauchi State in the area of love and concern for civil servants in the state. Speaking during a thank you visit by the national leadership of the Congress, its president Ayuba Waba commended Governor Muhammad Abdullahi Abubakar for settling for outstanding civil servant salaries.
The visit by the national leadership of NLC to Government House Bauchi has indeed remained a source of joy, encouragement and pride. The state government being the first of its kind, and also was specifically to thank the governor for settling all the outstanding salaries of the civil servants in the state. National President of NLC, Comrade Ayuba Waba, who commended the cordial working relationship existing between government and members of the organized labor in the state, described Bauchi State Governor Mohammed Abubakar as one of the few governors in the country who utilize their bailout funds judiciously and transparently. Comrade Waba assured the governor of the commitment of the civil servants towards their duties, loyalty and support to his administration as a way of reciprocating the concern and love shown to them. Responding, Governor Mohammed Abdullahi Abubakar, who was delighted over the visit, informed the visiting NLC leadership about various measures taken by his administration towards reviving the lost glory of civil service in Bauchi State, describing civil service as a backbone for the implementation of good government policies and programs, hence the need for vibrant and effective civil service delivery, in which payment of salaries is one of the motivational factors.
Governance is about doing the best for the people. It's about ensuring the happiness of the people. If the people are happy, then government is succeeding. If they are not, no matter what you do, even if you build bridges in the air, if the people are not happy, you have not succeeded.
Commenting on the gratuities of the retired civil servants in the state, the governor explained that funds to be realized from loans will be used to settle the pending gratuities, as already Debt Management Office and the Mortgage Bank has been mandated to float a bond to that effect, while the newly purchased Sheikh Winti Housing Estate to the tune of over 300 million naira from private investors will be allocated to the lower cadre of the civil service in the state. In Bauchi, Abbas Mekano, NTA News.
The set-top box is one of the most important components in digital broadcasting, which is required for receiving digital TV transmissions with high-definition viewing experience. The launch of digital switchover in the Federal Capital Territory was received with mixed reactions from FCT residents. Salwal Khalil Ibrahim reports on challenges of the digital switchover, especially with the set-top box.
Set-top box that you get at home. This set-top box will allow you to watch the 32 channel or 34 channels that you'll be receiving from Pinnacle or from NTA.
The digital switchover in the FCT was received with a lot of enthusiasm by many FCT residents, offering a wide range of free home entertainment to residents through the set-top box, which is locally manufactured in Nigeria by indigenous Nigerian companies and sold at a subsidized rate of 1,500 naira. Mohammed Mahmoud is a marketer of the set-top box.
Digital TV, they used to buy it more than StarTime and Go TV and Strong Decoder and the rest of the network. This is game market. The issue we get here now, this issue of activate.
The set-top box is also designed to be easily configured by users, but many users say the reverse is the case, as some of the set-top box are inactive, while others say they pay extra charges for configuration.
And the something is working. Is how to activate the something, because I know how to activate it, and I'll be helping people to activate it.
I got one, I paid 1.5. They gave me a telephone number to send the unique ID. I've done that. Still, I called the number. Nobody's responding, and my own has not started working.
We cannot do, because that is a global trend. All around the world, everybody is going digital, and Nigeria cannot be backward. But the important thing that we should note is that what is worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Yeah, we are not ready. Economically, it's good for African level because, money. 1,500, okay, to watch beautiful channel, so many things is okay.
Digital broadcasting in Nigeria is here to stay, and as the process is gaining more momentum, it is expected that the process will be more enhanced. For easy configuration of the set-top box and access to the free TV, users are advised to call the toll-free line. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
And now sports. Team Koto Karfe wins 9th edition of Justice Nasir Ajana Basketball Championship in Okene as tennis world #1 Sir Andy Murray marches on at the 2017 Qatar Open. Kene Emabodike is our guide on sports update.
Team Kotokarifi have won the 9th Justice Nasiri Ajana Interlocal Government Basketball Championship with 7 teams in participation. Correspondent Clement Oloruntoba reports that Team Kotokarifi defeated Team Okene 31 to 29 points in the final game to claim the trophy. Sponsor of the tournament, Justice Nasiri Ajana, maintains that the series will continue to unite the players and develop the youth for better future.
We are beginning to achieve what we set out to do. We are bringing up the youth, the younger ones, going to play just a few minutes ago.
As Nigerians await the kickoff of the 2016-2017